Hello and welcome back to Minecraft All the Mods 10. Just kind of taking a quick look out over the colony in the distance. I haven't actually started any of the buildings going. I should probably do that. But before we do that, let's oh, look, hey bees. Let's get this jetpack upgraded. We got a bunch of little odds and ends we need to do. Uh just kind of okay, strip log. Just to kind of get things all ready for the end. So, we should have enough emeralds now. I counted, it's something like 28 emeralds. We currently have 30. And a little bit of extra essence, but not really enough. But, alright, let's just kind of do this. I think there's enough. So, it's 11 of these elite coils, right? So that's 6. Yeah, and then one for each of those. So... Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay, so that's 11. 11? Okay, 11 looks right. Let's get some of those. Let's get... I guess let's get our 11 of these, right? There we go. Doop, doop, doo. We need you. That should do it. I think the 5 is all we need. All right, 1, 2. We need one of you. Bam. And there we go. Emerald Jetpack. We got our next level up. There were 2 emeralds left, just like I thought. Good. All right, we're going to let that charge. I'm going to cough a little bit because, you know, that's the way things are going today. All right, while that is charging, I actually forgot that I wanted to put the range upgrade in the minigun. So, let's see. Range up. Let's see what you do. Minigun, yes. All right. So we need this. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. All right, we need a bow. Do I have a bow on me? I do. And it's one I'm not really using because I've got a minigun now. Hey, range upgrade. Look at that. All nice and set. Let's go see about getting this installed, which I believe we just do in the charging station. Manage upgrades. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Loaded ammo. Range upgrade. Ooh, it says 1x range upgrade. I wonder how much effect that actually has. I'm not going to concern myself with it too much at the moment, but getting a range upgrade doesn't seem too hard, so if we actually want more, that's not going to be too bad. Alright, how are you doing? Alright, you're doing that. Alright, so I want to get a couple more models. Data models. Let's see about that. We need some smooth stone, some redstone repeaters. Let's get 2 of those, and then we're going to need some smooth stone. Do I have any of that already? Not in there, at least. Let's just kind of let that do its thing. I think it's getting dark out. Is it getting dark out? It is. No, it is almost noon, in fact. I thought I saw the lighting change in here, so... Alright, we're gonna let that do that thing. We're gonna let that get up. Alright, so what else do we need? I'm kind of trying to speed run through here because I would like to try and find the end today, which is basically the last step before we go ahead and go to the Chupa thingy. The end and fight the dragon. Alright, so I want to stay on the data model thing for the moment so that I can just click it. We're more than halfway through our stone. This isn't going to take long. Because I want a blaze data model, and I don't really need a data model for the wither skeleton, but it might actually prove useful. I mean, a ghast data model wouldn't be, you know, too amiss, but I doubt I'm going to get that. Of course, there's the Ender Dragon. That's actually kind of useless because the main thing we need from the dragon is the scales, which the data model won't provide. What else do we got? Where is the wither skeleton one? I'm kind of looking, and I'm not really seeing it. There is a warden data model. What do you produce for me? Heart of the Deep, Warden Carapace, Warden Tendril, Skulk Catalyst, Echo Shard. I don't really know that there's a use for any of those things. Let's see. There is, of course, that's, I think, pretty sure, yeah, Ergast. Yeah, that's stuff for the Twilight Forest, which we haven't explored at all. Let me really quick grab this stone, run it through again. There we go. Let's go back to looking at this. Where is the wither skeleton thing? I'm not even seeing a normal skeleton. Am I just blind? There's Evoker. And drowned. Piglet. There's the regular skeleton. Thirstwalker. I don't know what that is. I think all this stuff down here is going to be Twilight Forest stuff. Slime. Could be useful. Is there just not a wither skeleton? There's gotta be. Cod. Okay, there it is. I don't know why I couldn't see it before. But, let's hit you. Let's hit you. And, yeah, so we can get skulls from it, which are mildly useful. But there's no wither bones from this. There's withered rib. I don't think... Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. There's withered skull fragments. Bones. Coal. Yeah, you can't get the wither bones from it, which is what we need for more heart containers. So that's not super useful, but we will be able to get these skulls from it. So if we want to end up fighting the wither for something, which we're going to need to eventually, that will be a thing. Alright, so this should be ready, right? Yeah, that's ready. Alright, let's make ourselves a couple of models. Alright, that'll do. Alright, so let's check on our jetpack really quick. Which I was on the right level for. I don't know why I came back upstairs. It was literally right here. Almost done. Alright, so I'm going to wait for that to be charged, and then we're going to head into the nether, get ourselves a couple of data models, and come back. I think I will come back when I'm ready to go in, and then we will just kind of do a little shooty shoot there, because I'm not wearing gold armor, so we don't want to necessarily mess with the piglins too much. We'll be right back once that's charged. Alright, the jetpack has just finished charging. Let's see if we can't equip that. There we go. Alright, off to the nether we go. It is just starting to get dark, but you know what? I'm heading to the nether, so that's not gonna matter. Let's do hover mode, and let's also get... So to start with, we need that guy. At the very least, I need the blaze. Now, if a ghast presents itself in a way that I can do this, that'll be fine too. But I need a blaze. Where was that blaze spawner? I remember it being relatively nearby. Was there actually a blaze spawner, or were blazes just spawning? I think there was a spawner, wasn't there? Oh yeah, right there. Blaze spawner. Roberta the Burger Chef. Okay. Let's wait for a blaze to spawn. I should be in range. We're gonna get that. There we go. Hello. Boom. That's done. I'm gonna retreat a bit so that I can... Oh. Is that a wither skeleton I see? Hello. We will... Come on. There we go. We do that too. Okay. So now I need you to come out, the deep learner. We will bop both of those in there. And then put you right back in the slot. Alright, now I want to try out my minigun. So now's as good a time as any. Hello. Oh. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's because I'm hitting... Controlled burst. Come on, guys. All into the lava you go. I actually get all the ones that I've upset. Beautiful. Alright. Now let's get a few more of the old, Oh, why did the blaze not count? That's mildly annoying. I mean, see, why? That's mildly annoying. Because that should have counted as several. Those counted. Alright. Well, I'm gonna round out some of the models here. Oh, and look, my model went back down to a faulty model on the pigman too. That's weird. All right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna work here a little bit. We'll come back in a moment. All right, I am heading back. I did not quite get the mod. Well, why did it switch back to that again? I was just... It has done this a couple of times now, where I've had enough on the blaze model, and it ended up switching back to needing one more, which is really annoying. So let's try it again, I suppose. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm using the minigun or what, but it is being mildly annoying about this. Alright. It is now saying that I have one more than enough. Let's see if we can't get back quick enough to see this not have a problem again. Let's try that again. Alright. Sun is up. We are here. I'm conveniently coming back because I was getting really low on the jetpack. And funny enough, the minigun is actually getting a little low on pressure, at least. The ammo is still doing all right, I believe. Oh no, maybe not. I only have half the ammo left. Let's turn off hover mode. Let's get our various bits and pieces out. All right, I need you. I need you. Let's open you up. We got our zombie pigman and our blaze all set to go. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Put you back. Because we'll just kind of keep you there in case we run into any more wither skeletons. We will throw our jetpack in there to charge. And kiss me. And we need you in there. Basic, good. You're basic, you're basic. Alright, let's dump some of this stuff out. So I've gotten some blaze rods. I've gotten some elastic chainmail boots. Interesting. Some of that stuff might be useful for the colony. Reward. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Alright. I think I got all of that stuff. We're going to need to recharge you in a minute. Okay. So we are going to need... Oh, what is it called? What's it called? Prediction matrix. There we go. Matrix. Prediction matrix. Excellent. Let's grab a stack, which is all I've got the glass for at the moment, but there we go. All right, we're going to let that do its thing. I'm going to start prepping some Eyes of Ender, and we will come back and go try and find the Nether. Of course, I've also got to get some things like recharged, stuff like that. I'll get ourselves all recharged, ready to go, reloaded, restocked, etc., etc. Be right back. Alright, so things are still charging, but I wanted to get a couple of waystones just kind of ready to go. So, do that. We'll grab 2 of these. This way, I can put one down at the Nether portal, and or at the Ender portal, and I can put one down in the end. And basically, the one at the end portal is there just in case the one in the end ends up getting destroyed from like repeated dragon fights or anything of that nature. I've gotten the minigun recharged. I've gotten more ammo loaded in it. I think I'm still definitely waiting on the jetpack, and of course our blaze is still running. I'm gonna get a few Eyes of Ender because I do have some blaze rods, so I can't. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. There's probably a way for me to get more out of this, like a crushinator of some sort. Crusher will give 4. Macerator will give 4. Was there not a thing for the sag mill, or did I miss it? Sag mill. Sag mill will give 4. Okay, so I'll just kind of I'll leave 1 just in case I need to make a brewing thinger, and we'll just kind of do that with the rest. There we go, and we'll make a few Eyes of Ender. Can we just hit you? There we go. We'll just do that. Make ourselves a handful of them. That should theoretically be enough, but I still gotta wait for things to recharge, so we will be right back. Alright, there is still a little ways to go on charging this jetpack, but I don't really need a full charge in order to get things done. We've run through all of our blaze simulations, so let's grab our predictions, toss it in here. I don't even know what that is used for, but we're gonna go with our, wonderful little blaze rods here. just to kind of get that done. You can see how quickly we get them. There's a reason for doing this. Even if, I don't end up really using them. But, having it available, always important. All right, so we've got our Eyes of Ender. I'm going to grab my jetpack. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let us quickly head up here. And I'm going to walk outside. All right, let's take a quick look at what direction it goes. That way. Alrighty, so I'm going to turn on hover. We're going to go this way. I'm going to go this way a little ways. And then we are going to attempt to do this exact thing all over again. Yeah, we're going to sit down right here. We're going to do this. It's going that way more. Ooh. Where'd it go? Did it pop? Or did it drop? It might have popped. It made a ping sound, so I think maybe it dropped. Alright, what? This way still? Keep going. Alright, so this is going to basically just be the standard search for a the nether portal. So I will come back once I think I have found the location, because this is going to be just bog standard plus jetpack. Alright, I am back. I have come quite a ways, as you can see. I am standing next to a village that has like a pillager outpost attached to it, and a bunch of dudes standing around, and a meteor that's obliterated half of it. And this seems to be the spot where the Eyes of Ender are leading me. So let's just kind of head down. Let's just kind of do this. And boop, 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 boop. Okay. Ow. Don't do that. Ow. Alright, so I'm gonna basically end up doing this. Let's just kind of kill some of this stuff out of the way, because it's annoying. Yes, you guys, you are annoying. Oh, man. Alright, this is just bothersome. Yep, you too. Get out of there. Alright, let's go. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Pick that back up, please. Thank you. Oops. Nope. I did not want to do that well. Sitting down. Here we go. How far down does this go? Guess we'll find out. What is that? Stella Arcanum, Forbidden Arcanus. I don't know that one. How far down do you have to go to get to the strongholds these days? This was the spot it was... Aha! There we go. Alright. Quest complete, finding the end. Ooh. Alright. Now we just gotta find exactly where the portal is. Now, see, I would assume that it was going to send me directly over the portal, but it sent me over this room, which is, I mean, I gotta admit, an interesting looking room. Let's turn hover off. And let's start putting down some torches, especially on things like this, where I do not want silverfish spawning. In point of fact, oops, that's not the thing I actually want. There we go. Let's just get rid of that. There's a bunch of random junk in my inventory. Let's get rid of some gravel and take that. Alright, so I'm going to start exploring here. I will be back in a couple of minutes once I have hopefully, found the portal. Alright, I have found the end portal. This is definitely not a normal, like, end stronghold. Yeah, it's a little weird. I did make a trip back to home to drop stuff off and, basically do that sort of thing. I ended up making another waystone so that I would still have stuff here. So, and portal, save, there we are. That is ready to go. We need to replace these guys, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, can I... Okay, there is one left. I had enough Eyes of Ender. I didn't end up actually needing that Blaze model, but we might end up using it later. So I'm not going to put this last one in just at this moment. We are going to save that for the next episode. All right. We have made our way here. We have basically conquered the fortress because, when I went home, I went and put a mega torch in that room that we dropped in so that stuff wouldn't spawn naturally. Use my smarty brain. We're going to head back. Just going to head back home. As you can see, I'm over 4,000 blocks away from home. That's how far that is. It is nighttime, so let's go ahead and sleep through that real quick. Alright, so now I just need to do some final prep. Some things like, completely recharge my jetpack. Things of that nature. Kind of make sure I'm all topped up on stuff. I've got inventory space. That's a quiver. That's interesting. I did have to kill a few select mobs, like around the edges and stuff. But alright, so we're only going to need one of you, so we can put the others away. We can do that. You see that's the remains of the Megatorch, pattern. Alright. That, I think, is about it. And we got a whole bunch of blaze rods that we didn't end up needing, but we'll probably end up using them later. Alright, I'm going to let things charge. I am going to... Wait a minute. Did I not take it off? Where did I put my jetpack? Did I put it in here? I did. I accidentally put it away instead of charging it. Alright, we're gonna... There we go. We're gonna do that. And next time, we're gonna come back and fight the dragon. Alright. That is gonna do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.